Bat bat boop bop bop. What's going on, people? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the Respawn Recap. You ready?
Yes, sir. Backwards hat day. Let's go.
Yeah, hope you guys are wearing your backwards hat, drinking your water and coffee. Let's roll. And one of the most recent big stories out there, one that you're kind of surprised by, but also not surprised by, that being two brand new co-owners of 100 Thieves and their esports and gaming organization. Yes, both Valkyrae and Courage, now co-owners of 100 Thieves. I mean, just pretty crazy, but also at the same time, you know, the delay of Valkyrae, who was supposed to re-sign late last year or early this year, there was no announcement. Also, kind of, you know, in the same vein, how do you keep the #1 female streamer and creator in the entire world? You offer her, alongside Courage, a little percentage.
Yeah, I think it was a huge move for them just because it like almost solidifies like who they are. It's like, oh, they're always going to have Courage. They're always going to have Ray. They're always going to have Nade Shot. So it's just crazy to basically permanently sign them by making them owners.
Yeah, and you also possibly free up the capital if that means, you know, maybe a reduced salary or no longer paying those people salary. That way you give them equity and maybe you free up a little space or some financials for some new creators who can become a part of this 100 Thieves family, which, I mean, yeah, like you said, that's a powerful trio right there of some creators and figures and personalities in the space. And especially when you lock in these people for what seems to be what will be life. You think about the initial phase members who have their ownership and then maybe some Cloud9 people and TSM people. I think Valkyrae becomes one of the first female creators to actually have equity in an organization like this. So a huge move for 100 Thieves. Of course, congrats to Ray as well as Courage, your two newest owners of 100 Thieves. And the Sentinels and some of their players, they keep on making headlines in the Valorant space, especially as of late with the upset by Built by Gamers early on in qualifiers for the road to Iceland for a lot of teams out there. And these boys, they have a great social media game, especially for Sentinels on their social media page, as well as a few of the pros. They love to make their jokes and jabs. It was a big upset to see your Valorant defending North American Valorant Masters champions with TenZ still in the lineup fall to Built by Gamers this early on. Now just one more chance to make it, to which a lot of those pros have now taken to Twitter to say they were throwing for TenZ to lower his buyout from Cloud9, which is a great crack at a joke around the same time that we found out it was then publicly released the FBI was also being involved in the CSGO and Valorant match fixing case. So other Sentinels members were then adding the FBI after Sentinels lost, saying, hey, I'd like to report a throw.
I know it's either, I can't decide if it's a really well-timed joke or a really poorly timed joke because it just, the coincidence is crazy. But I mean, hearing you say the road to Iceland just gets me so excited. I'm sure there's so much pressure on these guys already, you know, to make it to the first, you know, international Valorant event.
Oh, it's gonna be huge.
And so funny to see them coming out with jokes about it at the end of the day. I think that's good humor, good posture for them, but like, still stressful overall.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hey, they only have one more chance. There's other rumors out there about what exactly the roster will be. But yeah, to your point, I cannot wait for, can't pronounce the city. Is it Reykjavik?
Reykjavik.
We'll just call it Iceland. We cannot wait to see the Sentinels if they do make it and other teams that will be joining them, but certainly plenty of storylines heading in. And we don't really cover the GTA scene, rightfully so. We do cover the Twitch scene, and one of the biggest bands, probably the biggest one of all time, of course, being DrDisRespect, who somehow, time and time again, has found his way back on Twitch. We are right around the 10-month, I don't know if I want to call this an anniversary like it's some sort of wedding because we do not know the details still, but around the 10-month mark where he has still been banned and we do not know the reason why. It was actually a GTA role-playing person on the NoPixel server known as Burn who literally put Doc in the game of GTA on the biggest server in the game right now, which has been going viral, I mean, for weeks and weeks.
People keep saying, you know, the purple snakes can't hold him back. He just keeps showing up in different capacity, whether it's his music or him in different forms on Twitch. And I'm curious to see, like, what Twitch is ever going to do about it if they can.
I know, because it seems like it's just been escalated, right? Because at first he makes the music that streamers keep on playing. They keep on making the Bora Bora jokes. Then Rogue Company, his own map and in-game character. Some of the top Spanish streamers in the entire world literally playing Doc on Twitch. And now his own character in GTA roleplay on the most played server.
It's making it unavoidable pretty much.
Like, you gotta wonder what some Twitch people are thinking right now, like, God. And then of course you have the Warzone events. He somehow snaked his way in for playing with Crimsix and Nade Shot, and then Twitch was like, okay guys, we really can't be doing this. So Doc is staying on Twitch this time around in GTA. It's a weird sight to see, and I guess we'll see if we ever find out the reason. And one of the bigger announcements I think we actually covered several months back. Yeah, that makes about sense. That's going to be 100 Thieves returning to Call of Duty after they had left CSGO. Yes, up and down when it comes time for esports/gaming success or being compared to a merchant apparel company. One of their recent trying times out there in Call of Duty League for the LA Thieves. Lots of roster changes. Some of the biggest ones we have seen thus far. It was actually Temp out, and then Venom in, and then Kenny out, and Temp back, then Kenny back in, then DrDisRespect actually comes in, and Slasher has now been benched. It's a lot of roster changes that I'm surprised I got right.
Yeah. I think 100 Thieves has had a rough go overall in a lot of their esports recently. Like, it's a roller coaster pretty much across the board, but it's difficult for me to see them changing roster on their Call of Duty roster just because it was like, oh, the first roster they've ever had. Like, oh, I hope these boys do so well. But obviously, it's only natural that roster changes do happen.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see it with the 100 Thieves, who's so known for, like, kind of sticking with people, you know?
Yeah, and I think it's also because Call of Duty is obviously on brand for them. That's the team we expect the most out of the out of 100 Thieves is the LA Thieves success, and the changes do continue. Like you said, a roller coaster. End of 2020, 100 Thieves saw success, across Valorant, Fortnite, as well as in Call of Duty with the announcement, and now this kind of tail off. We'll see if they can bounce back, which they already have, sweeping Paris Legion, making these changes. A constant reminder that young guns in Call of Duty really are getting a lot of attention. LA Thieves is giving it to them. And one of the bigger ongoing cases this past week was between Nickmercs as well as FaZe Swag. We got Bad Boy Beeman tossed in there, but mainly another YouTuber known as 8 Thoughts. It's an ongoing story. Might have future updates for you guys, but as of apparently right now, 8 Thoughts has had both of his channels removed, with updates constantly coming out of accusations on all sides of the story. The most recent one between Nickmercs and 8 Thoughts being the fact that 8 Thoughts came out and claimed that he had gotten a couple of strikes, one of which was from Nickmercs, and because he criticized his thumbnails. Now, it was a response from Nickmercs which said that was not the truth. He actually struck down the video because it sent a load of harassers his way about how he looks in his thumbnails like he can just take, I don't think I need to say the word. You guys can probably understand.
Yeah, I mean, I understand both sides of it because people were kind of upset with Nickmercs and saying that, oh, he's being way too arrogant about it, people calling him different things and like how he was acting. But then on the other side of it, it's like, well, if you have someone like directing this group of people towards you and like creating this mob to harass him about his thumbnails of all things and like how he is, then of course, like he's going to report the video and it's going to get a strike. And if that's your third strike, like it's gone.
Yeah, and I definitely understand both sides. There certainly is a controversial background to 8 Thoughts, which has been surfaced elsewhere, right? When Nickmercs all of a sudden gets involved with 8 Thoughts, now we have Drifter and other people coming in with their side of the story. And as of right now, it seems that, and I know that Nickmercs has a clip out there saying he got the channel taken down. Not necessarily the actual truth there. He gave it a strike. Like you said, pre-existing strikes already were there, and that's what led to the channel being taken down. It's just kind of confusing for everyone involved because then all of a sudden we're throwing in FaZe Swag lawyering up against Bad Boy Beeman. I think for the audience, it's very tough to keep up with everything out there. We will keep you all posted if possible, but it seems as of right now, Nickmercs did give 8 Thoughts a strike, and YouTube says that he broke guidelines in TOS, and that's why the channel has been taken down. Thank you all for watching. We hope you guys all enjoy the Respawn recap. Don't be stressed out, all right? Drink some stuff, stay hydrated, and we'll catch you back here next time.
Well, hey, it's okay. I'll take the energy today,
Thanks.
Jake. Until next time, guys, we'll catch you later. Have a good weekend.
We love you. We like you a lot. Bye. Okay.